When it comes to drawing tangencies, the third and fourth drawings are a lot more difficult than the other four on this page. Okay, so if you're feeling frustrated, trust me, I completely understand. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be working on these together, and I'm going to start off with number 3. Okay, so what we have right now is a combination of drawing a tangency that's connects to a curve and a line, okay, in both of these locations. So the way we do the line is the same way we've always done it. So I'm going to start with one of the harder parts of this, and I'm going to extend with a construction weight line this line out, okay? Then I'm going to set my compass to this radius. Do I know what that radius is? No. But I'm going to put my compass point right there at point B, and I'm going to adjust my lead or my graphite so that it's riding along that line, and I'm going to very lightly arc that down. Notice that those combinations come in, okay, 13, or they come in together at the other side of this line, and that's okay because these are just construction lines, so it's no worries. The next thing I'm going to do, however, is I am going to measure in 13/16 inward along from that intersection inside along this line. Okay, this is some creative math, but it works. So I'm going to set my compass back in the point B, and I'm going to shorten my reach with my graphite to that new location, and I'm going to arc it. Okay, that was the equivalent of our extending a line perpendicular, okay, and then measuring 13/16 of an inch gotta make sure that I'm right on it. There we go. And drawing a line parallel. Okay, so this is this same idea as up top, and we did the same thing essentially with the arc, only we brought it inward toward there 13/16 of an inch, and then we arced again. That new intersection is where we are going to set our compass to. So I'm going to measure it out on a card, and I have extra index cards in my classroom. If you need them, use them, okay? And I'm going to arc this, make sure it's the right size. And now I can place my compass right at that intersection and arc it. Okay. Make sure it's a nice dark object line. And then you can come back and darken in your object line for your flat and extend your compass out to darken in that portion of your object line. Now the next thing I'm going to point out while I'm finishing this little bit, there we go. Okay, I'm going to point out that this hole shares the same center point as that circle, and I can also see that I went a little bit crazy with that line, so I'm going to clean that up. Don't just assume you'll remember to clean up your drawings later. If you see a mistake, fix it now. Okay, sometimes later just doesn't happen. There we go. So the diameter of the hole is 3/4 inch. So we need to set our compass to the radius, and that would be 3/8 inch. And I've already measured it out on my compass here. And I am going to arc it and then draw my new circle. Okay, so there's our first one. The second one is a little bit different because we're going towards the outside. So what we're going to do is we are going to do the perpendicular line thing again, because that's kind of how we work around here. Set these up, slide this out, create a 90-degree angle. There we go. Extend my line. Okay, I'm also going to extend this line. I didn't do it beforehand. I've got so much stuff on my desk. There we go. Okay, so construction weight lines though. And then I'm going to measure out 5/8 inch, make a mark. And draw that line parallel to the original line. Okay. Well, how do we get the information for the circle? It's a lot like what we did on other circles when we did 5 and 6 together. And I know I'm working out of order, but it's the order that makes the most sense. I extended my center line. From the edge of the circle, the outside edge, I'm going to add 5/8 inch. Okay. Yes, I know it's outside of the drawing space, but it's construction line. No worries. Okay, I'm going to set my compass from the very center of that circle to that measurement, and then I'm going to arc it. Where that line that I drew parallel intersects that new curve, that is where I'm going to set my compass to draw my 5/8 inch arc. So I'm going to adjust my compass to 5/8 inch, place it in the intersection, and then I'm going to draw my arc. Okay. Notice I still have a little bit of room left that needs to be darkened in, so I use my straight edge and my H pencil to darken in that object line. And number 3 is complete. Now, if you worked on this for a long time and then you're looking at it now and saying, oh my gosh, that's so easy. Yeah, it's easy now, but keep in mind, I've practiced this over and over and over again. You have to be able to take some time, give yourself some leniency, and realize you're not always going to be perfect on every single thing the first try every time. Forgive yourself for being human, okay? It's not anything to be ashamed of. Humans do make mistakes, and that is perfectly fine. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I am going to be drawing a very large arc between a circle and a flat line. So I extended this line out because I don't know where that arc is actually going to start. Not until I locate it. So I am going to extend this center line out as well. And it looks pretty crazy, but you're going to have to trust me. Okay, the arc is 2.5 inches in radius. So I'm going to draw, a vertical line straight down, 2.5 inches. And then draw a line parallel. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure, because it's connecting to the outside of this circle, I'm actually going to measure my 2.5 inches from this outside edge across and in right here. Okay. Set your compass to that new distance. What am I doing? Hold on. Instead of going from the center point, you're going to go from the edge, however. Well, why the edge misses early? Because that's where it hits. So I'm going to make this arc down. Okay. So I measured from here to here is what I set my compass to. And now my compass is already at 2.5 degrees or 2.5 inches. So now I'm going to put my compass in that new intersection and I'm going to arc it. I need to make sure I have it directly in there. How'd I do? Okay, pretty good. The next one is we have a 9/16 radius. So I'm going to go ahead, I extended this line already, and I'm going to use that same vertical line to measure down 9/16 of an inch. And draw a line horizontal. Okay. I'm going to use this extended center line to add 9/16 of an inch. There we go. And then this one, we're going to set the tip of the compass in the center. And arc that down. Now I need to set my compass exactly to 9/16 of an inch. Put it in the intersection and arc. So now you've finished number 3 and 4. These are a lot more difficult than most people would expect. They would think it'd be easy, but guys and gals, this is difficult, okay? Figuring out where to put that compass at all times. So take your time, think about things, and give yourself a break if you don't get it right the first try. That's why we have second attempts. So have fun and good luck.